But for all of those doctors and surgeons at University of Washington, no different than Dr. Manuel Ferreira Jr., those teachers and those professors in those classrooms eagerly awaiting me to finish what I began before I began 16 years of hard work in silence. To have nothing more than a PhD and a family I've always worked towards in silence has to do with what's hard to say mathematically and with language. A human no different than I, as an example, who's hypothetically and theoretically autistic, who has a brain tumor called chordoma after graduating college in Washington State, who has not a social network as big as Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk in silence, but a difficulty socially no different than how I couldn't figure out why Sesame wouldn't leave me alone in silence. With a problem after neurosurgery, a surgeon no different than Dr. Manuel Ferreira Jr. performs. Having not a family, friends and buddies and social acquaintances, but a problem and a predicament not having an email address and worse, a telephone. Beginning a process in a system on an object in outer space requiring an email address to have a job, a home, and when all's said and done, hopefully a family. But in order to get an email address to begin, a human needs a phone. But in order to have a phone, a person needs an email address. And obviously there's free phones and there's plenty of places to visit to find an option available from a social worker in silence. But I'm talking about government, political, theoretical, philosophical, complicated, intellectual, and intelligent information. And a human has to decide how they begin an impossible, seemingly difficult start to not be homeless after having brain surgery with Dr. Manuel Ferreira Jr. Beginning with a phone to get an email address needed to get a phone. In the United States of America.